Hello YouTubers, it's Godzilla294 here coming at you with another video this week. This video was requested by Iker Zamora Morales. I think that's your name. I think I forgot a piece to it and I'm sorry. But they requested that I make a video of my top 5 NECA Pacific Rim figures. But to clarify, it's going to be top 5 NECA Pacific Rim Kaiju figures. And it's because I only have one Jaeger Gypsy Danger with the bow. I think it's Hong Kong Brawl Gypsy Danger. Yeah, and I kind of regret not picking up Cherno Alpha, Strike Eureka we don't care about. Cherno Alpha, Coyote Tango, and Horizon Brave. Kind of regret not picking those guys up. But at the time, I did not find out what Pacific Rim was until 2015. Early 2016, so I was a little late to the Pacific Rim franchise, and what drew me in was the kaiju. So I was like, oh, I want to get kaiju figures, kaiju, because kaijus are badass. I'm what they call a kaiju groupie in the Pacific Rim universe. So anyways, starting off with number 5, being the bottom of the list, is the NECA Pacific Rim Deluxe Mutavore. And you're wondering, why is he number 5? He's such a great figure, he's really massive, you know. I have 2 little problems with my copy of the figure. They're not really problems for me, so to say, like, for play value, because this is a freaking collector's item. Just look at the detail, the paint. It's freaking beautiful. But I'm pretty much gonna have this guy displayed 99% of the time, and that 1% is if I get bored, I'll play with him, or I'll take pictures with my dioramas and post it to my kaiju Instagram, kaiju figure underscore post, kaiju underscore figure underscore post on my Instagram. You know, look me up, you can see all my toy pictures. Anyways, he has 2 little problems. One, this back part of his leg does not have this spike here. I mean, it's no big deal, because I mean, I'm gonna have him posed here, and either way, I have another kaiju in front of him, and I also have a little bomb effect there, so you can't really see it. And then my other thing is this leg right here. It pops off really easily, but then I don't know if you can see it's stressed. There's a stress mark right there. And the ball joint, it's not the best, and then the ball socket it's not the best either. But then again, like I said, I'm just gonna have this guy displayed 99% of the time, so I'm not really gonna play with him or anything. But the paint, oh snap! But the paint job and the detail is really, really nice. I mean, just look at it. We all know these were 3D printed, and then had some little enhancements with some sculpting on it, a little bit more sculpting. And why are you not focusing in, camera? And like, it's really, really nice. I really like the yellow paint glow. It's such a really nice glowing effect. Like, it looks so good. It looks better on camera, to be honest, the glowing effect, but it still looks good in person as well. I really just dig Mutavore's design in general. Like, this is pretty cool. And then yeah, the top of his head opens. And then, this is so weird. Let's see, are you gonna... okay, it's the other way. Nope. Why won't you move? Like I said, it's been a while since I've played with this figure. He looks so weird with his head up. It looks so weird. Like, yeah, he looks like an ugly kaiju, but he's so weird. Like, no. Your head's gonna go back. I kind of wish that NECA did the concept art for Mutavore, because Mutavore was kind of looked like a Hardship, in the sense that he was purple, and then besides the fact that he was purple, he had a lot of more enhancements on his body, so to say. He looked more like a guy in a suit than being this color. That made no sense at all. He looked more like a guy in a suit by the stance he was in, and he had greens and purples and blues everywhere, and he had, instead of having these 2 big fingers, he had 3 fingers, with the middle finger being like kind of like a blade kind of thing, which I thought was pretty cool. But Diamond Select has the rights to Pacific Rim now, but I think personally, actually I'm pretty sure their Pacific Rim line is dead, because they're not releasing any new figures. They reissued the Jaegers, and Hakuja, I don't know, I tweeted them like, are you going to make any more kaiju? And they're like looking like a no, sorry, and that made me really sad, because I really want a Mega Kaiju. you know, you can say all you want about Pacific Rim Rising. I personally loved it because I thought it was, I just loved it a lot because I thought it was a really fun action film. But the Mecha Kaiju is freaking badass. You can't deny he isn't. And if you do, well, I respect your opinion. So for number 4, we have another Pacific Rim Kaiju NECA. That's a deluxe. It is Hardship. This figure I stumbled upon in my collectible store. That I have my local collectible store that I've been going to for about maybe like 3-4 years now, and it's so weird that he just like popped out of nowhere. Like I guess I don't know if like I'm not trying to sound like conceited or anything, but one day they just popped up right there, and I was next to the other Pacific Rim figures, and I'm just like, I'm the only one who buys Pacific Rim figures here, so I'm like, oh, this is a sign. But yeah, it's really, really nice. The paint job on this guy, oh my god, it's, in my opinion, it's better than Mutavore's. Because you got like a lot of different transition paints. Like, just look at this, I don't know what would you call this. It's not a shell. I don't know what to call it. But it looks really, really nice. It could, like, this is what I mean. A guy in a suit. The way he's posed, well, I figure posed. But like, this would be the black flap where you get the zipper and then the actors go inside flicks and stuff like that. But I mean, just look at the detail on the freaking toes. It's a little dusty, but look at, there's like a light dry brushing of like a golden copper paint, and then you go to the tail. Looks so nice. Just look at the paint job on this figure is freaking phenomenal. And then you look inside of his mouth. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. Anyways, like inside of his mouth looks really, really nice. The greens and the bright yellows and stuff like that. It looks really nice. And then his eyes, they look kind of wonky. But then again, if you got 4 eyes, you'd be looking everywhere too, you know? So, looks cool. And then luckily for me, my Hardship's horn is completely painted. It's not scuffed or anything. And yeah, it's really nice. NECA had pretty much 4 bases of figures that they retooled, which would be one base which for Hardship and Mutavore, and then the other one being the base from Trespasser, Axehead, Knifehead, Scunner, and that body mold. And then you got Leatherback, which is different mold completely, and then you got the other Knifehead. Oh, and then you got the 2 Otachis. So yeah, but this figure is, oh, paint job, oh, it's so nice. But then some people do have problems with it because this was the very last kaiju and the very last figure that NECA produced for the Pacific Rim line. I think it was back in 2016, and I guess they were rushing it in the factory or something, and it just didn't. There was like a lot of problems people had. Luckily for me, I don't have any paint app problems. I don't have. The only problem I have is that this arm, this joint right here, if I go like this, it'll pop out. But then again, like I said, he's just displayed, so it's not like really a big deal or anything. So he's a freaking nice display piece, and he's really, really heavy too. Totally worth it. The thing is, if you go on eBay to find him, you're gonna pay. I'd say the cheapest $80. That's with shipping included. So like, if you can find it at a collectible store, you go get him. And then what number was he? Number 4. Number 3 is the Toys R Us exclusive, rest in peace, Knifehead. This was my very first Pacific Rim figure. Was it? No, it was actually Scunner. I take that back. But this figure, oh my god. Scunner is a good figure too, but he sadly did not make this list. But Knifehead, this figure is freaking, oh, the freaking wash, the blue washes on here, the freaking yellow, oh my god. These NECA Kaiju figures are like, Pacific Rim figures are so good. Like, now that they have taken the more monsters from Godzilla franchise as well, oh, they're gonna do so many pretty things with their figures. Just one thing that I have with this mold in general is how come after many times of re-releasing the same mold, why did NECA never fix these elbow joints? That's my problem. Like, you fix Knifehead's head from the battle damage one for the Toys R Us exclusive to have more of a range of movement. You, like, oh, you couldn't fix this? You couldn't fix the elbow joints? Like, I mean, yeah, he's a monster and everything, so he's gonna have, you know, limited ranges as expected. But I mean, you could, like, if you look at the first Knifehead figure from NECA, their joint, the way the arms are jointed, the elbows are jointed, he could bend up at 90-degree angles. So it's like, okay, NECA, and like, they listen to fans for other things like the Godzilla 1985 head. They listen to us on that. But I don't know what other things, because I'm not really into the other toy lines, so sorry, not sorry. But yeah, it's a really nice figure. The story about this guy is I went to Toys R Us, and it was there, right? And I didn't have enough money, so I went to go hide him in the Barbie section behind some Barbies, and then like 3 days later, I got my allowance, and then I told my mom to go to Toys R Us again, and she's like, okay, and then we go, and he was still where I put him, and I was like, thank God. And then I go back to the NECA aisle, and then there was like no kaijus at all, like no Pacific Rim stuff related items at all, and I was like, Jesus wants me to have it. Okay, so next on the list, number 2, this figure. Oh my! I saw it once, and I didn't know what Pacific. Like I said, I didn't know what Pacific Rim was at the time, so I passed on it, and I regretted that day ever since, knowing what Pacific Rim was. And I was luckily for me, I was able to find him online for $60 free shipping. And then, but then again, I had no money, but my mom was nice enough to let me borrow some money, so yeah. And I did a little custom paint job on him because his face needed it. The Leatherback. I painted his teeth because it just looks really bland. So keep in mind, this figure, I really like it because he reminds me of King Kong in a way, but like a reptilian King Kong, just by the way he's standing and stuff like that. But the thing about Leatherback is that this guy was originally supposed to be released at Walmart, and that's why he was $20 when he originally came out. But now this guy is like, people get scalped. That's why when I saw $60, I had to pick him up. But anyways, he's still 3D printed, but as you can see, like, the details aren't as deep into the mold like the other figures are. Like, but Walmart wanted NECA to have like specific specific price ranges for these guys, so NECA made this guy for $20, and that's why the original Knifehead was also like super tiny to be in the $20 budget range. But ever since the deal didn't go through, you know, NECA had these molds and whatever, so I mean, as a company, I would not, you know, throw these molds in the way. I would still release them, you know, and it's still pretty good mold and everything. I'm just curious that if NECA had any plans to re-release a Leatherback or do a new, or update the sculpt. Because if you look at the pictures of Otachi, the promotional images of Otachi, you can see a Leatherback like this with his teeth painted, and you can see more grooves on the detail. But then again, I'm just like, maybe it's just NECA, you know, like they just painted one of their own figures to make their figures look better in the promotional images, you know. But then again, it was promoting Otachi, not Leatherback. And this guy's just really massive. Like, he's really massive. Like, he scales really well with the Godzilla figure, in my opinion. And I kind of wish his arms would be, I don't know if it's a ball joint or a swivel joint, but they act like a swivel joint. They don't really move in and out, which kind of sucks, because I mean, it'd be awesome to move his arms out and stuff like that. But like, really nice washes, and the detail on this guy, it's really, really nice. Really nice. And one thing too is, he has supposed to have 4 eyes, but only 2 eyes are painted. You can see right there. He actually has 6 eyes. There's supposed to be one right there. This one's painted, and that one's not painted at all. But then again, it's like I said, it was supposed to be for Walmart and stuff like that. And we have an honorable mention for a kaiju. It's not from NECA. It's from Diamond Select Toys. And this Hakuja, you know, like I said, say what you want about Pacific Rim Uprising. This guy is a freaking awesome figure. Nice paint job and everything. He's an honorable mention. If he was made by NECA, you know, he would be number 2 on my list. But he's too short. Hold on. I'm not gonna, my tripod's like, no. You know, I'm just gonna move my tripod's being stupid. But this figure has such a nice paint job. Like, look at that. Look at that nice paint job. His articulation is cool for a hybrid vinyl action figure. His body's vinyl, but the rest of his body isn't. It's like the regular NECA plastic they use. The paint job and the detail is really, really nice. He is freaking massive. Like, he's short, But if you compare him to another figure, he is so massive, like super, super massive. And then, oh, he's just so beautiful. You guys pick him up because he's just a great figure in general. He's worth the money. He's awesome. But so, I know he's not NECA, I know he's not in a select toy, but he deserved to be on this list. And for number one, for número uno, es mi figura más favorita, es the winged Otachi, if she wants to fit in here. Hey girl. But yeah, this is the winged Otachi. I have her displayed with her, I don't know what you call his tongue. Her sniffing tongue? I don't know. But this Otachi, I was exploring one day my town. Well, I was exploring a little bit past my little town, and like I told you, this is a different store that I found while I was on, because I was googling stuff and I was like, oh, collectible stores, because this is when I was trying to find some other figures and stuff like that, like Transformers, Beast Wars, and stuff like that. And then I stumbled upon a toy store that was it's kind of like 6 miles away from the collectible store I go to, and it's just like an old house with each room filled with specific types of toys. Like one room was WWE stuff, one room was all superhero stuff, one room was full of pops, and there was one room dedicated to NECA stuff. And I was like, whoa! And then I see Otachi, and I was like, oh my god, she's so pretty. I need to get her. They sadly had no Land Otachi, but then Land Otachi is the rarest figure from the NECA line. So the only way, oh my god, if I found her for like $100, you know, yeah, I'd get her. But 150, I think about it, but 200, no. But look at the detail. The wings are translucent. You can see little veins here and there. And then she has this display stand, which is actually really, really good. It's really good. The way I have her displayed, I have Gypsy Danger right here, and she's elevated on a platform, building platform, so she looks like she's flying over him. And like, this paint job is really, really nice. I have no problems with this figure at all. The wings stay in place. It's really good. And this figure makes me think what could have been of a NECA 2019 King Ghidorah figure, with the wing joints kind of being the same, the legs being the same, the torso being the same. The only different part would be the hands from the wings and the head. But we can only dream NECA can make King Ghidorah 2019 figure, right? We have that right to dream. Oh my god, why wouldn't you rotate? Yeah, she's super massive, so I want you guys to see the back of her, because the paint on this gal is so, oh, she's like really massive. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay, this is the best I could do for now. Sorry, not sorry, but yeah, the detail on it's really, really nice. The paint job, and then she has her broken tail there too. It's really, really nice. If you can see her, pick her up. She's really cool. And it also makes you think of what a NECA King Ghidorah 2019 figure could be. So I got hopes they might make one in the future. I really doubt they're going to have any announcements for NECA King Ghidorah this year, like in general, like a regular Ghidorah in general. But hopefully their line does good so we can get one. Even if it's just the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive and it's going to freaking cost a lot of money. But it'll be so worth it. So anyways, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let me know what you guys think about my list, if you agree with me or not. And if you own any of these figures, and tell me if you have any problems with them too. Or if you just tell me what you want. So yeah, thanks guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thanks.